everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maura and I'm a physical therapist and certified yoga teacher. Today I'll be sharing a gentle, slow flow for beginners practice. I don't have any props with me, but you are more than welcome to use any type of props, blocks, blankets, straps, anything that you have near to you to make poses more comfortable for your body. As always, please make sure that it is safe for you to be practicing yoga and that you're always listening to your body. These poses are here as a guide, but then it's up to you to figure out what feels most comfortable for you. So let's get started in a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. Since I am filming outside, I apologize for the nature sounds. Hopefully they only add to the practice. Once you've found your comfortable seat, go ahead and close your eyes and start to take a few deep breaths. Trying to lengthen the exhales. Keeping your eyes shut or your gaze soft, inhale your arms up, and then as you exhale, twist over to the right, and keeping your spine tall, lifting through the crown of the head. Continue your deep breathing. Exhale, reach back up through center. Inhale and exhale toward the opposite side. As you release, slowly unwind your twist, reach back up through center again, and let your right hand come down, maybe walking the fingertips out to the side as you ground the left hip and stretch the arm up and over. Inhale back up through center and exhale to the left, walking your fingertips out, grounding the hips, reach up and over, stretch through the side body. Release your side bend and make your way to tabletop. Hands under shoulders and knees under hips. We'll come into a cat and cow, inhaling, extending the spine and looking forward. And then exhale, tuck the chin around to the back and feel the shoulder blades move away from each other, creating space on the back. And go through a few rounds of this at your own pace, whatever feels like it matches your breathing. And then when you're ready, widen your knees, bring the big toes to touch, sit back, wide-legged child's pose. Release the head. Lift your head, shift forward, tuck your toes, and press up into downward facing dog, taking any movements here that feel good. If you'd like to widen your feet toward the edges of the mat for a different sensation, go ahead and try that. And then we're going to walk the hands toward the feet. And you can keep your feet wide here, or you can heel toe them in. Just bend the knees deeply, maybe grabbing opposite elbows for forward fold. And then release your hands. Walk them back out a few palm prints until you're back into your downward facing dog. And then just step to the hands this time. Bend the knees and we'll roll up. Bringing the palms forward. Taking a few deep breaths here in your mountain pose. And let's go through a flow, inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step back to plank or tabletop, and then bring the knees down and lower your upper body down toward the mat. Inhale and press into cobra or baby cobra or any back bend that feels good for you here. And then release that back bend, tuck the toes, and press back to downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Inhale your right leg up. Look forward and step the hand in between the palms. Turn the back toes out about 45 degrees as you come up for warrior 1. Keep that front knee stacked over the ankle. And a slight tuck in the hips, not overextending in the low back. Only turning the hips toward the front of the mat if that rotation feels good on your back leg. Release the hands here and step the left foot up to meet the right. About hip width distance apart. Sink the hips down for your chair pose. Look down and see if you can pull the toes up, making sure that you're keeping the weight in the midfoot and the heel. Inhale to stand. Raise the arms overhead. Grab a hold of the left wrist and side bend over to the right. Inhale back up to center. Bring your weight into the right foot. Step that foot back, turn the toes out, and you're back in your warrior 1 stance here. Maybe cactus the arms this time, or clasp the hands behind the back to open up the chest. Try some different movements with your arms and see what feels good. And release your hands. We're going to turn the back toes so that all toes are pointing toward the top of the mat. Reach down and step that foot back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Look forward, step it through in between the hands, turning the back toes out for warrior one on the left. Pressing firmly through all points of both feet. Relax the jaw and the neck here, making sure that you're not clenching. Release the hands and step forward to the top of the mat, adjusting your feet so that you can sink the hips down for chair. Inhale to stand. Grab a hold of that right wrist and side bend over toward the left. Release that hand. Weight in the left foot this time. And pick up the right as you step your foot back, turning the toes out, coming back into your warrior one. Maybe trying a different arm variation this time. And try not to let the chest open too much. Keep the ribs closed here. Release the arms, turn the back toes. Now we're in a high lunge. Hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. If you'd like to take a flow, shift forward to your plank. Knees down and lower down to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog or cobra, whatever you like. Release down, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Bring your knees down to the mat, widen the knees, sit back for child's pose. Lift the head. And come through tabletop. You can come through downward dog or tabletop. We're gonna come up to mountain at the top of the mat so we can just step up there. And from here, inhale the right knee up. You can grab it with your hands, a little bit of balance here, lifting out of the standing leg. And if you'd like, grab a hold of the knee with the left and open up your twist towards that front leg. A little more balance challenge here. Unwind that twist. Let go of that leg. Try and keep it off the mat as you shift forward into warrior three, keeping the toes down, keeping that hip down, don't let it pop up. And you can stay here just a few inches off the mat, whatever feels right for you today. Inhale to stand, plant that foot and release into your forward fold. Just let gravity pull you down and bend the knees as much as you want. Inhale, back to stand. Palms facing forward. Everything is nice and stacked. And do 3 deep breaths here in mountain before we move to the other side. And shift your weight into your right foot. Inhale and draw that left knee in toward the chest. And if you'd like, take a hold of it with the opposite arm and then twist toward the leg that's up. A little bit of a balance challenge here. And slowly unwind your twist. You can release that leg down, or if you'd like to challenge your balance from here, start sending that left leg back, coming into warrior 3, toes pointing down, keeping the hip closed, a slight bend in that standing leg to engage more of the muscles. We don't ever want to lock our joints out. Inhale to stand, plant that foot, maybe shake it out a little bit. And let's do 3 deep breaths here in mountain. Just centering again. And if you'd like to take a flow, inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, neck is long. Exhale, palms down, step back to plank or tabletop. Lower the knees, lower yourself down. Inhaling up to any of your back bend options. Exhale, release, tuck the toes, and press back to downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. Lower your knees down. Make your way down to your back. And when you're there, we'll take 3 rounds of bridge pose. So bend your knees and place the feet flat on the floor. Make sure that you're pushing through the heels as you tuck the hips, squeeze the glutes, and lift up off of the mat. Maybe pressing your hands down into the mat to activate more of your upper back muscles. And then slowly lower 1 vertebrae at a time. And we'll do that 2 more times. On your inhale, tuck the hips, press into the feet, and as you lift, exhale. Continue breathing while you're in this bridge pose. Be careful where the weight is resting on the shoulders, not on the neck. Lower yourself down. 1 more round, pressing into the feet, especially the heels, to activate the back of the body. Tuck and lift the hips, squeezing the glutes. A lot of glute and hamstring work in bridge. And release back down. Hug your knees into your chest. maybe rocking side to side if that feels good. Bring your arms out to the sides, keeping your knees together. Drop the feet to the floor and then allow the knees to drop over to the side for a supine twist. Inhale the knees up one at a time, maybe shifting the hips over as you let them drop over to the other side. And then gently bring the knees back up. Make your way up to an easy seat, any position that's comfortable for you. And we're going to close our eyes and finish our practice with 3 slow, deep breaths. Thank you so much for joining me today for this slow flow beginners practice. If you'd like to keep going, make sure you check out some of my other playlists here and definitely subscribe so that we can practice together again. See you next time.